recording. The time got it's recording and sharing my screen. Are you guys able to my screen? See my screen? See? Able to see?
Yeah, we can.
So thing is, let it be very just like a teams kind of thing. Let's have a friendly kind of environment. Anywhere, if you guys don't understand the thing, just ask me, because we will be talking about see, everywhere people are talking about the AI things, but no one is telling like how we can connect the dots, right? For suppose uh, Microsoft Copilot, Google Gemini, Claude, Codex. These are like all are similar kind of AI chatbots, right? Agree? Microsoft Copilot, Google Gemini, Claude, Code, ChatGPT. These are all charting text model kind of AI models, right? Agree? Yes, no.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
think before that how these LLMs works, because when you are talking about any AI base in the back end, it will be LLM that we know, right? LLMs also we would be having two types. One is open source and another one is closed source. So closed source in the sense like let me closed source LLMs, open source LLMs. List. See, for suppose Google Gemini, it is a paid one. That is a open source. We don't have any open source for Gemini. Likewise, for if you take the Claude or ChatGPT, these are all something paid one, right? And we call these kind of things as a closed source LLMs, because we can't use it like a open source. You know, right? With open source, we can do a lot of things. Likewise, we also have a open source models from like DeepSeek. I think you guys have heard of DeepSeek, Llama, Quen. So Gamma is something a open source that offering from Google. Gemini is closed one. Gamma is open source. So when you guys are working with AI, you should know this kind of concept, because in working company, in company point of view, they can able to provide these things to us because of we are not paying the AI, correct? We use unlimited times. But when you are coming to your personal, you want to create something, some agents or agentic flows, we can't afford to take these platforms to our practice or creating any kind of agent kind of thing, automation thing, correct? Guys, so
Yeah.
whenever you guys are planning to create your own things, go with the open source models. Shamshu, how can we use open source models? Means we have something called Ollama and LM Studio. LM Studio. Okay, these are something uh, some platforms offering the open source models. For suppose in my local, I have Ollama. You see, this is the application for Ollama, and it will give something like a chart type of thing. You can see the interface same like Codex Claude. I mean ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini. And here you can install any open source model into your local. If you are using any some good amount of laptop, for suppose my laptop is 16 GB RAM and 6 GB graphic card I have. So there I create we can ask like based on our local setup, also based on the laptop configuration, you can install some open source LLMs into your local models. in your local. If you don't want to install your PC is very old or your laptop is very old, you can install these models into direct Ollama cloud. Or suppose think we have a cloud, right? For 1 million tokens, how they are charging? They're charging around $5, $3. API prices. See. For suppose if you want to use any model, see, if you want to use any Claude Sonnet model with 1 million tokens, it taking $3. $3 means nearly to 300 rupees for $1,000,000, a million tokens. See, if you run generally when you are running something in VS Code, you are giving something to write test case or create some script. It will take some millions of tokens in the backend. So if you take 1 or 2 requests only, it will hit the limit. Did you guys observe anything, this kind of thing in your companies? Because companies will use some quota monthly, right? It will refresh because that will having a millions of tokens. Like they will be offering some 1,000,000,000 tokens for each person. Okay, like either it is a Cloud Code, VS Code, there will be some limitations that per head they will be offering some million tokens that will charge around some $100 to $200 per head they will be charging. But we can't afford that kind of thing to implement the automation. So for that, you can go and use some open source models, which compared to this one, this is very cheap. You can use, see, if you don't want to go cloud, there is other models which are free. For suppose Gamma is free. I installed Llama 3.4 and GPT OPAC. For suppose this is Llama 3.5. I'm just hitting. It doesn't require any tokens. I can download this model. But suppose why this model was selected. One second. Llama. Sorry. Llama. Cloud auto downloads. See, this model I already installed into my local. I can ask unlimited times to this tool. It will connect to the internet. It will give me the answer whatever I ask. So if you want to go unlimited way, try to use the open source models. This is the intention I am telling about the difference between closed and open source. Now this model is running in my local, in my laptop. My laptop is not that much configuration, and this is some high-end model, and it's taking some time to give the answer. But if you have a good configuration in your laptop, means you can install the open source. And also see, in companies, if you want to create any agents or any automations using agents, okay, you can install local LLMs, open source LLMs into your missions. You can use them, because if you reduce the amount of using tokens in companies will allow this kind of concept, because open source everyone use in companies everywhere. Try to use this open source LLM models in locals, either in coding, writing test cases. Try to reduce the dependency on GitHub Copilot, Microsoft Copilot. See, it has given me some response. It took some time, but this model is running in my PC. Yeah. Who's asking?
Yeah, so like if I install this open source model in my organization's Lappy, that
First,
is it okay?
just ask to your higher management. Okay.
Mhm.
So, will they allow to download the LLMs into? Because see, LLMs will have some see, every model will have some billion. How we can measure the LLM means based on the parameters we measure. Or suppose, see, here we have Llama, right? Uh, Llama is from Meta, right? For suppose in the Ollama, it is clearly telling. Let's take any model. This is the Ollama, right? I just came here and recent Quan, I think you guys are heard it or not. This is a China model, and Quan 3.6 is almost similar benchmarks to the Claude Code and ChatGPT. So don't only stick with Claude and ChatGPT. Try to explore other LLM things. For suppose now in our automation, I'll be using completely DeepSeek V4, which is uh, completely equivalent to the Claude Opus 4.6 model. So for suppose Minimax 2.7, also same like a Claude Code for Opus. Let's take how we can differentiate. Okay, here let's. One 3.5 is a one LLM model. Okay. Now, if you see, there is something called 08B, 2B, 4B, 9B, 27B. What is this means this is a model, right? One 3.5 is a model. So, if you want a smaller model, every model we will calculate with the parameters. Now, this model has some 8 billion, 0.8 billion parameters with 1 GB. Now, if you see this file, this file is 2 billion parameters. This model has some more complex. I mean, it can do multiplications, calculations. LLM is nothing but it does its internal calculations and it will give the output, right? That is actually AI work in the back, correct? So based on the parameters, if parameters increase, that means that that model is very high efficient model. See, 2 billion, 4 billion, 9 billion, 27 billion, 35 billion, 122 billion. So this is something a very high-end model. Getting right? Or suppose you want to create some test cases for user stories. We don't want this kind of high-end model. We can use some lower model, right? Like 1 GB, 2 billion model is fine to create the manual test cases. Correct? For suppose now I'll ask like see, my laptop configuration is 16 GB RAM and 6 GB graphic card. Which Ollama lab, which open source LLM models I can install in my local. If I am asking some list of models that I can install into my local as part of the see, it was giving me some models Llama 3.2 3 billion, Pen 2.4 or 3.4, which is 1.5 billion or 3 billion. So I can't go more than the 7 billion parameters because my system, my laptop won't work more than that. You getting my point, right? For suppose if you want to use any LLM model based on your configuration, you can install into your local, or else you want to run your local model in somewhere else in server. For suppose in companies, they will offer the Google Cloud, Azure, AWS, right? Every company has these kind of things because our applications works in that servers. You can request your company, so I want to use open source model to install in our server that I can use in my daily uses. It won't take much space because you just taking a 81 GB storage in server. Already company will take some good amount of storage, right, for our project purpose. Agree? Like we used to take for CI/CD pipelines or GitHub Actions, we used to run our automation script something in some servers, either it is an Linux or Windows servers, right? This guy, who is this? Sagar, I think it can be new for you, but think that these are the things actually working in company. No one talks in real time. Okay, so if you want use any higher end model, we can request our teams to install this model into either Linux or any Windows server. Okay, in server, we can use that directly because we don't need to do anything. For Ollama, we need to give one local host URL. Then it will automatically connects to the uh, what to say your coding. For suppose you installed you want to run a unlimited AI in your local system, or suppose Shivam want to do some automation or any kind of some project he want to do his own, but considering thing we have a limitation that we can't use cloud code, chat gpt with unlimited requests. But if I install any 4 GB 4 GB 4 billion model I installed in my local, and I can directly use them into the cloud code codex app, open cloud hermes agent codex. So can't we use unlimited time in local? It's possible, right? Now these Ollama models are supporting cloud code, open Hermes agent, codex, open code. You guys getting the point? And see, bro, no, bro, we are using VS Code. How this cloud code we don't know. Please tell us in the VS Code means. Or suppose we have the VS Code. This is VS Code. Okay. If you Ollama is installed, okay. If Ollama is installed, we can do one thing that, see, just give me a second. This is not right. Okay. See, this is the VS Copilot chatbot, right? GitHub Copilot chatbot, right? Shivam.
Yeah.
So here you can see there is a auto. So we used to select the models here, correct? And you will see there is something called settings. In the settings, if you see, we can able to add the models. There is something called Ollama, right? You can set the Ollama here. You can configure, you can directly give the URL, and it will load the models into whatever the models you installed in your local. It will replicate into this dashboard. You can directly use the GitHub Copilot using Ollama models. You don't need to pay a single rupee to this other models. You can directly use the model, whatever the model you installed in your mission, that you can directly use in the VS Code using GitHub Copilot. See, Ollama is something that is a middle layer that we user can talk with LLMs. Ollama is a universal one which supports in everywhere. You can run it in cloud code, you can run it in chat GPT, you can run it in the codex, you can use in the VS Code. For any kind of AI partition, I'm saying. I hope this helps, like how to use unlimited AI. Shivam, you have any question, please? I'm just forgetting your name. So till now, okay, right? Any questions till now?
No, perfect, fine.
Just we talked about uh, closed LLMs versus open stored LLMs. But when it come to picture, I want to do something automation in a bigger picture. I want AI should be unlimited because I can't afford to Claude and Chat GPT. There we are using the LLMs, open source LLMs using Ollama or LM Studio. Both are same. The user interface only different. You can use both for Mac or Windows Even for Linux also, I think these are available. So how you can decide which model I need to go means just to do some research. Or suppose, see, we got some models. This is Microsoft open source model. PHI is nothing but Microsoft model. One is Alibaba company model. Llama is coming from Meta. And if you see, uh, Anthropic is a company, and they are using some models called Claude, Sonnet, Claude Opus, Claude Sonnet, Claude IQ. These are something. These are Anthropic models. Don't get confused, because see, if you see here, for suppose Claude Haiku 4.5. This is one model. This is one closed LLM source that Anthropic is offering. Okay, come to OpenAI. OpenAI is nothing but ChatGPT. The parent company is OpenAI. Okay, OpenAI models, we call them as GPT-5, GPT-4. If someone was using Microsoft Copilot, I think you guys are very familiar with these things. Even GitHub Copilot also, you guys are able to familiar these things. Okay, these are the models that companies offering. For suppose Twitter XA, Grok 4, Grok 3. Okay, Amazon recently released the Nova, and we know Google is Gemini. Gemini 2.5, Gemini 3, Gemini 3. Flash, Gemini 3. Pro. These are all model names. Don't get confused. Okay. Now, uh, which model I need to pick means, for suppose you don't know which model I need to pick it. For suppose, let's take, uh, I want to create a test case generator for my project. A part of the which open source LLM model I can choose for this project. Because every model has their own individuality, identifies parameters, working operations, right? Not every model is up to the mark. Some models are designed to do something. Or suppose we talked about the Quen 3.5. Here, see, Quen 3.5. These are all high-end models. But when coming to coding, Quen is given some coding models. See, now this one was suggested us to take something called Quen 3.6 coder. Here, if you see in the, let me go something 3.6 it mentioned, right? So we have 3.6 here. So this 3.6 delivers in all aspects. Like it's like a having a everything. It know everything. But particularly for my project, I want a dedicated LLM where I can use. For suppose this coder is there, I can go to here and I can search Quen 3.6 coder. Quen 3.6 coder. Now, okay, still now not available. I think 2.7 coder. So we can see there is Quen 2.6 coder 7 billion. So I can directly download this tool. I can use that into my project, whatever project I want to use. Likewise, it suggested some models I can use, like DeepSeek Coder V2, Quen 3.6, Google Ollama. So don't think that we can only download the models from Ollama. I think you guys are heard about of the Hugging Face, right? Hugging Face. Hugging Face is like a master of this community, where you can find all type of models to install here. Or suppose I want to Quen, that same model. Let us take Quen 3.6 coder. See, I got this models names here. So try to take the models from proper source. Don't directly go. Either take from the Hugging Face, and we have another called Model Scope, where companies almost allow this website to download the models. In company, I'm talking everything in the company point of view, not in the personal also. Combining both, but coming to company, Hugging Face, maybe there can block the website, but coming to models.scope, every company is allowing this website to get installed. I mean, we can download the models from it. Even my company, Optum company, is allowing the model scope. I installed around some 6 to 7 models into my Mac laptop. I'm using some daily purposes things. Getting? See, just to check with your management, do we have the access for Ollama or LM Studio or any kind of applications that supporting the open source models? Once you got the confirmation that this application we are using to use the open source, see, companies now thing is, I think you guys have recently heard that Microsoft company was cutting the AI bill budget. Maybe some memes, stories are rounding in Instagram, right? Thing is, initially in 2025, people are thinking that AI can replace the testers and developers. That's agree, because due to that boom and AI was enhancing day by day. Every day AI is increasing its own capabilities. I think you guys are hearing or not. There are a lot of things are going, but what happening is, for suppose Kirtika, Shivam, you, we four are one QVT. Everyone has their own individual uh, salaries. Everyone, we four are getting 1 lakh per month, right? Now, if the usage of AI is increasing because it consuming a lot of tokens in the backend. For one project itself, AI taking charging around $100 to $200 for one project. It means that we three can work in 1 or 2 weeks. We can complete that project. So within the 3 weeks of time of working, charging efforts, right? The AI is consuming with the tokens in 1 hour. Now that is the biggest drawback in companies. Now companies are reducing that. They are keeping the token usage. We need to use the tokens very properly. I think you guys are heard this kind of terms in company. Shivam, Kirtika, right? When you are using Copilot, try to use it properly. Should not use much tokens. Token usage. These things are coming into the picture now. We have to use the tokens very clearly. Getting? Shivam, I think maybe this thing not discussed in your company, but see, in the next 2 or 3 months, they will set some conditions like you need to use tokens very clearly, and even there are lot many videos how to manage the tokening. People are creating a lot of repos to handle the tokens, how to handle token usage. So we use GitHub Copilot. Right? Let's try the GitHub Copilot. See, people are doing a lot of things that reducing the usage cost. Token usage billing. Literally, I'm telling, last month what happened is, I mean, this month only, this is month end, right? I was creating one API automation framework. I need to compare two endpoints. Okay, non-prod versus prod endpoints. I'm comparing the response. It's like a bulk run kind of thing. I need to compare the response. What I did is, initially we were using the extended reports or Allure JSON reports, correct? But I created my custom HTML report. I created a custom HTML report where it will tells the request headers, response headers, and even it compares the both responses side by side. If any line has the differences, it will highlight. And also my condition is in my response I'll get a lot of number of objects that will be order is mismatching every time. Sometimes in non-prod for members na order is mismatching. What I did is, and again I created one more tab in the HTML, sort the responses, then again compare it. So it sorted the response same side by side, non-prod response, prod response. If I scroll the mouse, both responses will scroll, and it will clearly tells where I have the differences. And I created the curl commands also, because when you are testing any API request from the regression point of time or end-to-end testing kind of things, when you are testing any APIs and you found some issue, we are taking the request or data from the report. We are creating the request manually, then we are hitting that, and we take the curl API and we are giving to developers. What I did is in the HTML itself, when I'm running each request, create the curl commands. So I can directly copy from the report, I can give it to the directly to developer. There is a lot of manual I reduced during the regression. For this project, what happened now? I completed my 100% token within 4 days. Literally, I 4 nights I sacrificed. I created my own because I just got curiosity how to create it. I got to know, but to creating that project now only for 2 APIs, complete my GitHub tokens got expired. Now I need to wait till June to reset. You getting? If you are working a lot with AI, our main problem is tokens. So try to learn the concept how to limitize the tokens. There are so many things. How to handle the tokens. People are giving a lot of repos to handle the tokens. See, try to explore some 3 to 4 videos, 5 videos. Try to use that concept in your automations. When you are creating request or using any asking anything, and it will help us to reduce the token usage, particularly for Shivam and Kirti. Try to use this kind of thing because no one is talking about in the internal. This is something outside we need to. For suppose if any request take 500k tokens, we can need to reduce it. Why we need to reduce the tokens means, see, I have a project. I want to create something or edit something in a request. Okay. What Copilot do? Copilot let me take one project, like a dummy project I created last time. Let me open one project. Document, Copilot, 2026. This is something one API automation framework we created from scratch. That's leave it about. I want to do something in this project. Okay, what this Copilot will do every time, it will check the complete project, right? Then it will understand the scope. Then it will do the changes. While understanding this complete project, also it will burn some tokens in the backend. Correct? Don't ever think that when you are asking something directly doing. No, in the back end, this agent, whatever model you are using, that model, what doing is it will be checking everything in the project. So for that also, it will burn some million tokens in the back end. Then it will understand your project. Then it will go to your user requested ask. Based on that, it will do the changes. That's how actually agents works. Now we need to cut that thing. You need to maintain some memory tokens, memory caching, tokens limiting usage. There are a lot of things. If you go to Cloud Code, right? See, for GitHub Copilot, we saw something, but token optimizers for Cloud Code repos. Let just see the GitHub Copilot. You can see a lot of n number of projects people are creating how to reduce the token optimizer. This is something someone was created, token optimizer. Lot of people are creating these kind of projects. So we can directly use this repo into our project to reduce the token. We need to set up some things. Uh, Initially 800 tokens, now it got to 500, 1100 to 1300. Getting right? People are creating these kind of things, explore this kind of options and use it into VS Copilot, Cloud Code, Codex. Okay, this is completely point of automation and creating projects. Shivam, maybe these terms are a little hard to you, but this whatever we talk when you are planning to create automations, frameworks, or any project, not only automation, any project you are using with the help of Cloud Code, VS Code. See, as of now, people are very familiar with. We have some extensions for GitHub Copilot. Shivam, for you this thing. See GitHub Copilot. Okay. This is something when you install VS Code, you will get the GitHub Copilot default, or else this is the GitHub Copilot I already installed. Okay, you can go with Cloud Code. This is the Cloud Code. This is Cloud Code or ChatGPT Codex. ChatGPT Codex. Okay, mostly teams, companies use these things to do this kind of thing. Nothing, same kind of thing you can see in the. I'll open the Cloud Code. See, this is something Cloud Code. Same, you can do the same things in the Cloud Code as well. This is a tool. These are the tools that are allowing us to use the LLM models as a agents. You can write, edit, delete, crude operations. Every crude operations we can do using these things. For your point of view, I'm just telling. So this is the one I want to. Yeah, sure. Shiva, please.
Yeah. So basically, you have recently done some operation with the cloud code. So is it also open source? And we need to add the agent like we have previously, like Ollama and something like that.
Okay. Oh, you guys are did, huh? Okay. But thing is,
No. I'm asking, can I do similar like you have shown me for this GitHub Copilot? Similarly, can we do for the Cloud AI as well?
Cloud AI means you are installing that LLM into the server. Then it's become the Cloud AI model.
Okay, so
You can
that
use
option will
it.
be
Suppose
comes under the auto.
So this is the thing. For suppose here you can see this gamma 431 billion. It is giving me cloud option. I mean this is not available to download in my local laptop. See, local laptop means we can't take any laptop more than 16 GB, 32 GB, right? So in 32 GB, mostly you can install a model. See, the concept is very simple, Shiva. If you want your information should be stored in your local, should not go out of your premises, then LLMs are the good picture. Getting? If you want your information should be stored in your things, not in external. Whatever, either it is in your machine or either it is in your using servers. Then LLM models are the good fits for that, because closed source like open, if you are you are using GitHub Copilot means we are the data everything storing into the GitHub servers. You are doing something in Cloud Code means that everything storing in the Cloud Code servers. Same with ChatGPT, Gemini. Now whatever I did this Gemini things, we did something in the Gemini. This every data was storing into their servers, not in my servers, not in my database, not in my local. Correct? Privacy. So companies are now exploring the open source models. How we can use. My company created a LLM gateway website where almost they're using almost 150 or 160 open source models. I mean, they're allowing us to go and play with that models. You getting right? Optum is one of the UHC is one of the biggest company, and almost 2 lakhs employees are working uh, in US. Now our company, they're encouraging us to use the open source models a lot instead of the codex because of that usage cost. And next June onwards, my company putting some restrictions on the GitHub Copilot. They will not give like compare March month. I got some good number of tokens, right? I'll be getting some less amount of tokens from June onwards. Now they're putting some restrictions on tokens because of the usage billing. Try to enhance. You can use your what is your condition. It's okay to store your conversations, whatever the interactions that can store in external. You can use any kind of service, or else if it is good fit for you to use in your own service, take one any host. If you want to run your own things, take any host. Cloud host like Hostinger was offering a server for 200 rupees, 300 rupees for 15 to 16 GB. 50 GB I think they're offering monthly. We can host it. That is something we need to invest some cost. So for present, try to use in your local only. Once you got a good picture, then move from servers. If your plan to use in the cloud code, I mean in the cloud you want to use the AIs, that if you have the hosting things, go and do it. If I don't have the hosting things, means just try to use the things in mission first. So this is the first basic fundamental that every not only tester in software company, every person should aware of these things first. People's nowhere telling these kind of things, where I can use some, which model I can use. For suppose in some conditions, you are working some project and your tokens got expired in a month. Now you are free. You don't have the A. In that condition, you need an alternative. We have alternative something called open source models. So this is one thing. Now let's talk about the prompting. What is prompting? Why people are calling prompting is very important? Prompting is very important, right? For suppose, let me hear from you guys how you guys are giving the you are asking the things to AI. Give me some examples. Based on that, I can add more details into the prompting thing. Iptika, Shiva, Sagar, when any kind of thing, not only for related to Kiwi, in your daily activities also, when you are planning a picture, some output you are expecting from AI, how you are asking to AI models. Any example? Uh,
It's general normal conversation
so,
like generate
suppose,
a test case for this requirement or for this story.
okay, let's take one way. So let me take this screenshot. Okay, let me take this screenshot, and this is my requirement. Think that this is my requirement. Now you guys are using, just you are attaching the PDF or the user story file or text file, PDF file to the AI model, and you are asking to generate. Now let us generate. Uh, okay. Now what I'll ask you, generate the test cases for home screen page. Is this only you are giving or any other add-ons? Or suppose create the test cases for Zira test cases. Let's take Zira test cases for home screen page. Is this like you guys are asking A models?
Basically.
How about you, Shiva? I mean, any kind of ask, not only for functional, any kind of automation also. You are asking same kind of?
No, basically little bit like first
Mm.
like we will have the scenarios there, right? Then we will ask him that like what mistakes generally the AI do. So we
So
will
you
try to
just
cover that.
providing more context to the task.
Yes,
That's all.
right.
Huh? I mean, you are giving some more context, correct? So let's do one more. Now, what I am telling is, see, every model is designed to give happy output. Means that, let me open. This is Gemini. I'm taking DeepSeek. DeepSeek also, and one more thing. If you want a chart model, do you want to use unlimited? You don't want any restriction. You want this type of chart model. Go to DeepSeek. You can use it unlimited. It can't generate anything, but if you ask any question, you need some research, gathering thing, use the DeepSeek. 24 by 7, you can run unlimited kind of request. This is a free tool. Just to keep a note on this. Uh, Now, what I'm okay. Why prompt engineering is important is, let us do an example. Uh, let us do the same activity what we did. This is one. I think I can upload it or not. Pictures, screenshots. Or else let me do one thing. Create a Jira user story. I'm creating one user story for me. A story for LLM story. Right? Just 2 minutes. I'm just creating a story. I'm asking to create a user story. This is how generic I ask. Correct? I mean, this is the way we are using AI models. Now it created one Zira user story. Done. Okay, let me take this. Zira details. So this is my user story. That is not well. I have a user story. Okay, let's do one thing. I'm attaching that story, user story. Now I'm asking anyone. You guys are suggest me how to ask. I'll ask the same way. I don't use my Sagar, Kritika. Tell me like how you guys are asking. Just to give me some example, I'll ask. For this user story, I want to create the test cases. How you guys are asking, how you guys are using. Just give me one example. I'll write the same. Be friendly, guys. Like it's not like generic thing. Just tell me how you guys are using. That I can enhance more. It's not like okay. So create Jira test cases for the given user story. They attach user story and test cases should be in Jira format. So this is what I'm asking. Are you guys including any additional information? For suppose Shiva, can you tell what additional information I can give?
Okay,
If you
so
want.
I can try to create this test case in my how I generally do my organization.
Give me some example. I'll try to use the
Okay,
same.
so basically we have for putting the test case we have a different format. So I will ask add a line here that like please create a manual test case. First, please create a manual test case in a txt file, and I need that test case in a like qtest format. And I will that already knows that Copilot already knows what exactly the qtest format, and it will create according to that.
So
And if I need CSV for if I need
you mean to
CSV for
say you are
yeah,
already feeding your test case to a model, like some reference model to
no,
get.
we are
No.
just giving the user story to him, and
Hmm.
first it will create the test case, and that test case should have to be created in a format that like let's say I'm putting my test case in my Excel app.
Can you tell me the same thing for this? I can do for this
Okay,
user story. Just tell
okay,
me
sure,
same.
sure, sure. Okay, so as a you are a
As you are a
smart agent, I need to create a manual test case.
manual,
Test case
manual
for
test
about
case.
user story.
Uh,
Yes, and I need this test case in a QTest format. I need to upload this test case in a QTest.
test case in which format?
In QTest format.
You test, huh?
Q
Yeah, you.
for quanta.
Okay, okay.
QTest format. So can you please prepare for
Okay.
me?
So this is you are asking.
Yeah.
Do for me. Huh? Just so same thing. I'm asking the same thing in DeepSeek also. Okay. I mean, I'm using two models. Same way. I'm attaching the user story. And also let me take any other model, ChatGPT. See, I'm comparing every with the three models. Why I'm telling means every model works their own. Okay. So here something called let me first let's create the things, then I'll talk about it. So I think already this got created. We given the user story and it created some test cases for us. Okay, here is the manual test cases for the LM Studio test case design. It creates the test summary, preconditions, step number 1, step 2. Okay, and if you see the DeepSeek imported instructions for the Q test, it's created in something in CSV file, correct? And in if you see in the chat GPT, it given something. So what is the meaning of asking the same way? Every model given a different approach. So is this the correct way to get the output from A? If I ask yes or no, I mean you are expecting a output from A. Is this correct approach to get, because these are not giving a correct output now? You are again going and asking give me the proper way, this is my test case format. We are doing some follow-ups, correct? You are asking one request and it was returning output, and you are again asking another request to correct it or update it. This is what we are doing in our daily things. Agree? Or else any other way you guys are using? Just Sagar, how about you, Sagar? This is something I think you are also using, right?
Yes, something like I instead of that I asked like write positive and negative both the test cases like similar native.
Okay, you just adding include all
Uh,
edge cases, right?
all edge cases, right? Correct.
Okay. So let us do one more way. I'll create new charts. Okay, same user story. Same user story. I'm again uploading. This is something I learned my personally. No one teached me because prompt engineering maybe there is a lot of stuff. But what I understand is when I'm playing with different AI models, I got to know that AI models are not 100% correct. They give every time in a different way, because when you ask something, it will give the output even if it is wrong. It will give the output as it correct. If you know that thing, will tell like this is wrong. If you don't know that thing, and we will be assume that okay, whatever AI given the output, maybe that is correct. You will be that in the dilemma or illusion. You ask something and the AI was uh, returning some output either in text or something, and if you we know that concept and the test case format is not correct, and we are telling to AI because this is not the expectation test case format, I want a clear output, this is my format, and you are giving one more follow-up request, and it will give understand and it will give, right? Every time every AI was giving different. Before instead of that, I'm using a concept called rule context output. So role. So this is thing that AI is like a brain off with all skills. Correct. LLM models having the all skills, like it has the developer skills, testing skills, manager skills, end-to-end skills it has. For suppose Kirtika is working on user story, and she was doing some regression testing, and how she will do and plan only for the regression testing point of view. She will not think about the functional way. Correct. That's how we work in real time. Agree. For doing some automation, if Shiva is doing some automation, he want to write some Selenium script. He only think in the point of writing the script in Selenium format, not in the Playwright or any other models, other language. This is how we used to do, right, daily. Correct, yes, no. Hello.
Yes.
So I planned the same way. Why can't I use same pattern to AI to get the output? Or suppose this is a user story, I want to create test cases. Then in the creating test cases, I'll be thinking about only about the functionality. What are the happy test cases, negative test cases, what things I can cover. I'll think in a point of that way. So based on that thinking, I'll create the test cases. That is the real thing. Now what I'll do is, you are a master in functional testing. Okay, that to be, you are a pro in creating test cases. Let's take zero or else Q test. Like Shiva said, let's stay for Q test. And you are uh, very good at creating test cases for Q test in all aspects. Now what I'm telling, I'm giving that skills to that skill, exact skill and role to AI. Okay. Now my role is, I'm telling my rule is, see, do not create any test case out of the user story context I'm just giving this prompt based on the user point of view, user story point of view. Just to try to learn the concept. The concept is simple, and we will be applying in all areas. The concept I'm telling, the role. Here I'm creating test cases. When I'm creating the test cases, I'm just giving a proper role and skill set to the AI. So this is your role present. And your rule is, do not create any test cases out of the user story context, and be stick with the given user story things. Create the all aspects test cases that should cover for the user story. Okay, so I'm clearly telling, I mean, it's like a very strict rule. Do not create a random user story test cases that out of the user story context. Just stick with the given story things only, and create the all aspects, means in happy, negative, boundary. Okay, all aspects to cover the test cases to cover the user story. This is my rule. My context is, see, I have shared you, I have attached my user story based on the user story. Understand the complete user story first. Understand the first complete user story first, because AI should understand the user story, right? First, and when you got clear idea, when you got clear picture, you get clear picture about the user story, and mostly, if you didn't understand the user story, ask me the questions. I will answer. Number. Or the number. I'll answer. So once you got once you get the clarity, create the Q test cases. Okay, in all aspects, like create the test cases for the given user story in all aspects, like positive, negative, edge, boundary, test cases. And now output. I'm giving a task now. So what is either task or output? I'm just giving as a output. Okay. Output is create the Q test cases in the given below format in CSV format. I'm just giving some random, okay, test case ID, like a test case number, test case name, test case description, test case steps, inputs, expected results, priority, risk. Okay, this is something my format to create the test cases. Okay, now see, we requested the AI in a very detailed manner that it will be creating test cases in every aspect. See, this is the format I requested, correct? Test case number, test case name, test case description, steps, input, expectation, and I requested to create in the CSV format. Now my file is ready. You getting? You got the concept?
Yes.
See, this formula, role, rule, context, or content, task, or output. This kind of framework, there are lot many frameworks in prompt engineering, but this is something proven for me. This is I'm using from last 1 year. If you are want a output, I mean you are want to do some task with get output from AI, that to be some task. Now this is a task for me. See, in a single go, in a clear prompt, I got the test cases. Like Shiva said, if he is giving more context to the user story, okay, if he adding more reference to the user story, then this AI knows more information about user story and it can create more enhanced test cases. Correct? When you give more context, clear context to the AI, it will give in a single shot. Now I can directly download this, I can directly upload to QTest. I can open in Excel. I can do some modifications if that got corrected or not. I can review, human review. I did it and I uploaded into the QTest. Same thing I can do the here also. See, based on the model. Now DeepSeek V4, which is a bigger model, it will think more complex. Now in the chart in Gemini, I use the less model, like 3-point flash, which is a small model. So it was given me some okay, like 70% it has given me correct. When I go to the bigger model, it will go detailedly. It will do a lot of research and understand the things, and it created a way better test cases compared to Gemini. It's still creating. See how much context it is creating. You got the picture? The funda is same formula we used in a different models. Like in a basic model, medium model we used. Now we are using that task in a bigger model. Now this model has created a way better test cases. The thing is same. We are using the same concept, but when you need to use which model. That's why I was telling the everything like open source LLM models. You getting my point, right? Kirtika, Shiva, Sagar. Please ask, like if you didn't understand this thing, please ask.
Got it.
Yeah, Shiva, ask. Okay, so in addition to that, like now, if you see, we have a lot of test case 30, and I would like to do the operation in the same method.
Your voice is not clear, Shiva.
Is it good now?
Somewhat.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking now, let's say we have these 30 test cases, and like we can some betterment here. Like we have 30 test cases, and I don't want these 30 test cases to be in a automation. So I want to just convert these 30 test cases into the 15 test case. So ideally, my code will be the shorter, and it will save my time as well for everything.
Okay. Thing is here, you given a context only in the point of user story, correct? Now only AI knows that user story. It doesn't have the context of your application. Na? You getting my point? I'm your test lead. You given me 30 I'm your test lead, and you generated some 30 test cases. You given me review for which test cases we can pick for automation. That is your ask. And when I review the 30 test cases, what you will tell? Based on my application knowledge, I'll tell take the top 10. We got 30 test cases. I filtered to 10 test cases. How I filtered? Based on my knowledge, because I have the complete application knowledge.
Right.
You're getting? So in your ask here, you need to feed complete your automation knowledge, application knowledge. Getting?
Got it. Sorry, another one question.
For
So
that thing, we can do one more. Now you getting my point, right? Let's do one way. For suppose in your ask, let's do some automation. Uh, let's try to implement the same concept. Okay, let's try to implement the same. Now your question is, we have the 30 test cases, and we want to feed some knowledge, right? Let's do one way. I'm just using Google anti-gravity. So anti-gravity is nothing but VS Code. Cursor, how the cursor, VS Code, sorry, anti-gravity is more compatible with A. Okay, I'm not doing anything because this is similar to VS Code. See, this is VS Code. This is VS Code. This is the VS Code. And if you see the Google anti-gravity also same. It's a copy version of the Google anti-gravity. Sorry, VS Code. Here you can see one thing called their internal chart agent. This is the one. Now, why am I using the anti-gravity means it is very far better to VS Code that it can work with AI a lot. Okay, right? Shiva, Kirtika. Same VS Code alternate anti-gravity. I'm just want to say. Let's try to implement the same way, Shiva. You ask one thing, right? Let's use the AI. How can we do? Here, I'm trying to teach you the concepts, how you can plan, how can you execute, how you can overcome with AI. That is the real picture of this one. Let's create in a way, close folder. Let me create one more folder. Downloads, folder. Do test cases. I'm just giving a filter, test cases filter. This is my project. Open this folder. Downloads, 26, folder. So here, instead of the VS Code, I'm using Cloud Code. Okay. Instead of the GitHub Copilot or Gemini Copilot, I'm using Cloud Code. Okay, right? I think Cloud Code, Codex, GitHub Copilot, Gemini Code, all are same kind of things do. I mean, they create the complete frameworks and everything. Is it okay, right, to use that one? Because I have the tokens in Cloud Code, and here I'm not using the Cloud Code. I'm not using the Cloud things. I'm using DeepSeek API key, because there is some offer is going on. See, in a single day, I hit almost 384 requests. You're getting? So if you are hitting the same 384 requests in the cloud, I mean same in the cloud. Let's do one practice. How much? 380 requests. Tokens. If you see, these are the tokens I covered. 89 lakhs, Sorry, 89. Let me ask in the Gemini how much it will cost in Claude. 88. 441 tokens I used in Claude Opus 4.6 API. What is the cost per it? I want to know if I use this amount of tokens, if I use in the Claude Opus 4.6, what is the rate? Can you see? It's almost $331 getting, but here in DeepSeek there is a offer is going on. I just recharged with 200 rupees. Now it cost me around only $0.75, less than $1. You getting? This is a LLM model, open source LLM model. Kritika, you got the point. I directly use the open source LLM model. Now cost we can see. Even for that 180 lakh something I hit it, almost cost $618 billion dollars. Now there is some offer is going on in DeepSeek. I just took this model and I integrated that into Claude Code. Okay, now you can see switch. There are so many videos you can find in the YouTube how to integrate Ollama models to anti-gravity or DeepSeek models to anti-gravity or VS Code. There are lot many things just to do and try to use such a way. Now see, I'm just using DeepSeek 4. Now our plan is to create that filtration. So before that, what we need knowledge of that application, correct? Let's take, I'm giving one more task to, let's take help from this one, download. So we have the test cases. Okay, now I'll do that thing. Expert role is you are a master in product owner who understands application from all aspects, gather the see here my condition, my task is to only fetch the information from website. I'm just giving, this is link. Okay, here I'm not using the 4 pillars which I told na, role, rule, context, output. Here I'm just giving role and context. Context is website link given the below. You want a complete information, or else let's do in a way for a QE point of view, not in the product point of view. So I'm just given the role in the point of functional testing. Website link given below. Go check and see the complete information. Create a text file. So now what I given a task means, I told to AI go to this website and give me the complete information. So I'll have some knowledge, right? We are creating one knowledge file. Okay, so I can feed this into AI. Okay. Just and one more thing we do is let me duplicate. Let's take Shiva as a team lead. Okay. Uh, Person name is Shiva, and can you tell your experience here? Like you are an
So,
automation tester.
I'm an automation test engineer.
As an automation test engineer who having 5 years, huh? 5 years experience. In what skills, bro? I mean, Selenium,
Java, like yeah, you can take it Selenium and Java. Test
Java,
engine. Test engine.
testing. Okay. Create output is you getting my point? How I'm tweaking the request. Output is create a QA profile for the above person in text. If you want, you can add more details about yourself, Shiva. So I'm replicating you as a digital person. Getting? Now I have two things. One is I have the complete application knowledge. Correct? I have the application knowledge, and I have the person knowledge. So let me rename these things first. Open a new tab. So think that we have everything, no? No. Now we have the 30 test cases, correct? Let me open window. So these are the test cases, correct? I think these are in CSV. Let's me do one thing. So we have the test cases and website knowledge and the person knowledge. So I recreated a profile in a digital way. VS Code. I'm just adding a folder plan. Okay, I'm just adding a plan under the test cases filter. I'm pasting everything here. So now I have the Shiva profile and I have the website knowledge and I have my test cases. Correct? So now tell me your concern, Shiva. What exactly you are asking? You want to filter the test cases that you can use for your automation. Correct?
Yeah. So what exactly I'm saying that what we are currently doing, if we found the 30 test cases,
Uh,
we directly automate those. Okay.
mm,
And basically those are all possible in our cases,
mm,
right? But every time, let's say we have only 30 test cases here, but in situation, some situation we will have like 100 test cases, 150 test cases, or more than 200 test
mm,
cases.
mm, mm.
then how can we manage it smartly?
Correct. Right. Same the thing. Now I have a lot of test cases. Okay. I have my application. I want to pick the test cases what I can use in automation. This is my concept. What I do is uh, go and I have a file called test cases.txt where it has all test cases. Now use website knowledge and QE person things. So based on the knowledge, pick the test cases. Pick what test cases I can take for automation. So I given one task. Thing is, now I mean, just to say, I just replicated you as a digital person. Okay. Now I have the test cases. I told I have a test cases XT file. In all test cases, use your knowledge, and based on your knowledge, pick what test cases I can take for the automation. This is something you need to feed, okay, to the agent, or you need to make it in a database. Then you can able to take these kind of decisions using AI. You getting the concept? See, the thing is, your idea is clear cut. Okay, to act as a AI as yourself, you need to feed your complete knowledge to AI. Then only it can do the expected output in your scenario. Shiva, I've got the point.
Yeah, got it.
So thing, I just replicated you as a digital person because I have some knowledge about you and your website, and I have some test cases in the TXT. Now I told to pick some good candidates. You can enhance this, ask more based on your condition. Here, just take the concepts. How a person you can leverage AI in all aspects. Getting? So when you are using AI, you need to feed a lot of information to AI. Then only it will work. No agent, no AI cannot directly give the things. You need to plan in a way. Okay, I have some knowledge. So based on that knowledge, I can, like, it's recommended some 16 test cases out of the 30. Because it has some knowledge. If you feed more knowledge to AI, it will give more accurate. Can't we do in directly? You need to do some automations like, or suppose, I'll tell one plan. Create a project where you are using Qtest. Let us take Zira, for example. Create a project where project should trigger every 2 weeks or 1 week. It should fetch the all user stories from the rally board, all test cases, all defect knowledge, and should store in database or in Excel. You getting? So it is a agent. Now that agent, every particular time, it will go to the Zira rally and it will fetch everything. Now I can't show that Zira because that Zira is enterprise level. I'm giving you a concept. You can implement that using this way, plan and everything. I'll give one more thing. We are creating an automation framework using one idea. You can use that idea in every kind of request. For suppose now you guys got the prompting thing, how to use the prompting, right? Or suppose now we created the test cases. You can create the what to say, defects, same pattern, role, rule, context, output, using this formula, or else you can add more things, add your reference things, give a particular role, give a particular rule, what is your exact concern, what the output you are expecting. It will give the exact thing. This is for Microsoft Copilot. If you want to create the CSV Excel file directly, it will directly create. Now see, we directly created the CSV file. Okay. Till now, any question for these things, whatever I shared, any question? See, try to learn the concepts, bro, because these concepts now you can implement in all aspects. Either you want to create a agent, you want to create manual test cases, defect creating, anything. Kritika, Sagar, I'm actually telling the real concepts that you can start doing from Monday itself. This is nothing like you need to go and practice. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so one problem I have faced in my project thoroughly. So what actually happens when I generally create a test case, not exactly according to your rule, context, and output
Mm-hmm.
by this protocol. I'm basically creating my test case from the Copilot, and I will push my code and everything. And after that, like my manager do something PR reviews, and even I can do that also. I will get some comments there that like you can add some more test cases, or you can
Mm.
add uh, like
PR
you have
means how
missed this
you are
test case.
reviewing. Your agent is
Yes.
reviewing, you are reviewing.
No, basically, it's Copilot agent is doing that,
See,
and
that's something called, you guys created some MD files. Okay. Did you use any MD file?
not aware about that.
You don't know the concept of MD file? I mean, agents.
No, no.
I'll teach you the same thing in next hour. I'm just that is a different concept using automation. This is something you can leverage. I mean, ideas. When you got a thing to do, based on this way, you can leverage the AI in 100x. That is the
Oh,
intention to teach you. Whatever the concern may be. See, we thought something that filtering the test cases. I took some 20 minutes. I created one profile of Shiva and the knowledge of the application, and I filtered the test cases that what I can pick accurately. Correct. This is nothing like just a random thing. Based on my knowledge, QA personality, and with existing test cases, I filter the test cases that I can go and pick and for automation. This is something we can't do in normal way. You need some context, knowledge. Wherever you are putting AI, knowledge is very important. Try to store the knowledge in databases, Excels, then use that knowledge against your ask. Getting? Now you told peer review, right? You guys are creating some code changes, test cases, and the lead is reviewing and you are reviewing. That reviewer also should know about your application knowledge, about your code framework knowledge, na? That whatever agent is reviewing that PR, it should have the knowledge of your application and about your automation framework. Then only it will review the PR, right? It can't
right.
review randomly, because my project is different, your project is different. Unless you feed the information to the agent either in a file or a database or Excel file, if you have that knowledge, based on that knowledge, that agent, what it will do is, yeah, see, this is my expectation, you wrote something, this is not correct, do some changes or do modification. That's what PR agent do. There also you need the knowledge. You getting my point? I told you to how to have your own knowledge systems. When the knowledge system is there, your task is very easy, and you will get accurately 95% of accurate output using knowledge, and also using accurate prompting. See, in a single go I created this test cases, bro. I didn't did a lot of followers. We didn't do a lot of follows, right? We just created one high level. What is this? No, not this one. Software testing. Where that went on? LLM functional testing. Somewhere it went. But to say like we just given a prompt. Within the prompt, I got almost 90% accurate test cases in the CSV. Correct? That is prompting. When you are using a good prompt, you can reduce the token usage. In a single go, you can ask AI to understand the framework completely, and in next coming request onwards, you don't need that AI no need to take all information. That's why it is a role context, because when you give a particular rule context output, AI will definitely give 90% more accurate than normal way. Try to do this in your own style, and you will know the difference. I'm not telling everywhere you need to use this for. Based on the task condition, use the format. When it is only needed role and context, use those two. When only need role and output, use those two. Now, based on this concept only, now we are creating a project from the scratch. Did you ever created any automation project from the scratch? Kirtika, Shiva, like a real-time project. Companies. Did you guys?
Framework or project?
Huh?
You're asking. You're asking framework or project?
Framework from the scratch.
No, framework I haven't.
You sure?
Yeah, I have created some basic, but not in that much.
Okay, let's
hard.
take that knowledge and let's create a real-time application right in the next 1 hour. Now, whatever the functional things I told, this creating test cases format you can use for creating user stories, creating defects, any report analysis, and you have some two concepts and you want to comparison. So till now we talked about some concept that we can implement directly in our regular works. Agree? Whatever the topics we discussed, the topics, everything we can implement in functional testing, manual testing, on any decision making, and you want any output, we can use AI and we can get it right. At least you got that idea. I think Sagar got that idea. This is how we need to leverage the AI. Kirtika, you any doubts like or else any kind of scenario you want to see, we can use that also. I mean, we can try to replicate it if you have any kind of concept. Kritika, I think you are on mute.
Sorry, what was the question?
I mean, whatever the concepts we learned till now, those are real-time applicable in functional testing, manual things, are getting some outputs, everything, right? So, is this okay? You got the concepts, what we talked? How can we leverage it? Any kind of you want to see, we can replicate that. I'll try to replicate. You have any?
Yeah, the functional or manual work, I got a picture on this one, but yeah, mostly we need to get into automation.
Automation. See, think that I'm a person, don't know anything. Let's take ourselves, we don't know anything because Sagar also there. Na? Let's take from the scratch. Sagar doesn't know automation part. We'll try to talk everything from the scratch. After this 1 hour, you guys able to create the automation frameworks yourself within 1 hour. Next, I'll teach you that concept. So that plan, try to learn that concept, not the creating framework. that plan, whatever plan we are going to create now, that plan you guys can create for in all aspects. You pick any kind of thing. You can go and when you have one IDK and any copilot, boom, you can create everything. Let's see. Now let's try to create one API automation. Anyone know API
Sorry,
automation?
sorry. Actually, can you paste that prompt, that rule one in the chat? So
Rule.
first one.
Which one?
I think the
Flow
first one which we have rule and context and something at the first time we have use.
First
Yeah,
time we
with an
use.
example.
Um,
For test case creation, you have used it.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see. Gemini, Mate on this, Enterprise level, Qtest, Jira, LLM Studio. This is the one. Okay. And let me tell you one more thing. So you created it. This is something we created, correct? I mean, this prompt. Maybe I given a generic prompt. Now I want a next level prompt. It should be have more information. I'll ping this here. I mean, I'll just tell you one simple trick. Actually, this is not going. Take from the chart. So now what I'll do is, I'll go any agent. I have one prompt. Now I created one prompt. Now I'm telling, this is my prompt. This is my prompt. Can you please give me advanced master prompt for the above given? You getting now? Now what I'm doing is, I am creating more enhanced, more advanced level prompt. This is I created myself. This is whatever the role functional tester should be created, and this is what I created. So based on my prompt, it has enhanced more. See, Qtest test management and agile methodologies. Your object is analyze the user story and generate the. I mean, you can see a way better prompt, correct? And it has a lot of things. Even it has added. So this way you can enhance your prompt. And also, did you guys ever heard of the gaslighting? Doing gaslighting to AI? Gaslighting in the sense. So it was given one prompt. This is very generic prompt, I feel. I will do some irritation kind of thing. See, I see, I mean, some rude kind of behavior. I see this above given prompt, master prompt is very generic. Any AI tool can give this. I expected a way better master prompt from you. To getting, I'm just gaslighted. It given one output. It's clearly telling me you are completely right. The first prompt was standard prompt, like a textbook QA stuff. Now it has given a pro level prompt. You getting my point? What I'm trying here? AI modules will give you the output in a generic format every time. When the first request, it given a generic way. Now I just been some rude to AI. No, any tool can give the same thing. What is this? I was expected a lot from you. then what it will it will behave like provoking itself, and it will act like a pro level. If I want to more, okay, but I'll be rude very more. Okay, but this is also like pro is pro, but pro is fine. I thought you will be giving a god level master prompt. Okay, this is okay. From pro is fine, but I was thinking like a god mode kind of thing. This is something called gaslighting. Now it has given at a way better than no one asked. This is something you have to get things output from the A. Shiva, Kirtika, got the thing. Not only for the prompts, any kind of output. In the first run, it will give some generic. When you asking, I mean, it should be like rude, and also it should be like polite. It's not like just abusing the AI model. You should need to be very specific that something I didn't expected you given as a different one. So kind of thing. So keep it in mind. I think this is something I personally learned. Even in the Claude code, you guys can see something called God mode. I think God mode or something is there. Which models, clear mindset, output styles, hooks, patch. Okay, maybe it's not here, but I mean, I hope you got the point what I'm trying to say. When you are trying to get any output from AI, try to get the output in a for level. Okay, now let's try to create an API automation. And you guys are from API background or UI background? Kritika, Shiva, Sagar. I mean, your projects are API projects or UI projects?
Yeah, both. I work on both.
You are Shiva? You typing something. Okay. Sagar. Okay, fine. Let's do one thing. I'll take this deep seek because it has some pro level. Okay. Now, same kind of thing. I'm telling role is you are a master in SDEC who knows API automation in end-to-end things, and you are an expert creating the API automation frameworks from the scratch. And you are now I'm just first time creating a structure, folder structure. Okay, you are expert in designing the API automation folder structure. This is my role. Okay, rule is do not create any new stack, new tech stack things. Only create framework structure using given tech stack. Tech stack means whatever the languages, tools that we are using, we call it as a tech stack. When someone asks what is your project's tech stack means, we should tell it like a Java, Selenium kind of things. That is our tech stack. Okay. And my tech stack is we thought to take let's take Java only. Java plus rest assured. This tech stack you need to discuss with your team, then you need to fix a tech stack. Okay. See, in real-time project, when you are going to create any project from the framework, you need to think what tech stack I need to use, because you need to talk with the team. What language project using? For suppose in Shiva case they're using Java, maybe Kirtika they're using Python or any kind of thing. So we need to take the tech stack from our project point of view, and we need to segregate it. Now I'm just telling test ng I want, and it should have extended reports, reporting, logging, trace, tracing, and my framework and additional things is my framework should be generally real-time project. How the framework should be future scope. I mean future scope in the sense if new things come, our framework should be easily to adapt to the future scope, and readability, and our code should be readability, right? And maintenance, it easy to maintenance, and what others, uh, reusable components, and common components. Anything, guys? Do you think we are missing anything here? Shiva, Kirtika. Mostly the frameworks are future scope, readability, easy to maintenance. Okay, I'll add one more thing is even a new tester should able to understand my project framework within 2 weeks. This is actually our project should be. When a new tester comes, he should easily understand our project, and if any new things come, it should be adaptable for future scope, and the code should be readability, and whatever the things we are doing, that easy to maintenance. Okay, and if any components we are designing, those should be very reusable, right? So these kind of things we use, and I strongly told this is my tech stack, and Java plus. I'm just giving Java 17 as of now. Java 17. Use. Okay. Context is based on the my tech stack. Create a enterprises level real project folder structure. Let's take any domain. For suppose for healthcare domain, let's take healthcare domain. I'm talking for healthcare domain, and this is the output. And the output is create the folder structure. So this is my prompt. What I'm doing, I want the folder structure for my what to say, my project. Sure, yes. Tell me. Yeah, bro, you asked me something. You were talking on it. So this is my prompt. Okay. Now what I do is create a advanced master prompt. Sorry, I'm just creating a advanced master prompt for the text step. It is giving me advanced master prompt. You don't we have not asked for UI plus service test. What, bro? Why UI? I'm strictly creating the API project, na? Why I want UI here? When you are planning for UI, go for UI. That is the thing I'm telling. Na? Now I'm creating API project. My skill and mindset should be focused on AI only. Where the thing UI comes. When I'm dealing with AI, I should deal like an experienced candidate. That is the thing we are discussing, na, from the starting. That is the role we thought. I hope you got the point now. So now I have a clear cut prompt, whereas the date and tech stack, blah 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 blah, and it has given everything. Okay. Now what I do is I'll copy my master prompt. Now what I do is I'll create one more project. Let me go to that location. Folder A30 API. Move from folder. Okay. Now my folder is empty. Okay. Now my folder is empty. I'm creating one folder called plan folder. Okay. Plan folder. Under this plan folder, I added one file as a master prompt .md file. This is the MD file. Why MD file? AI models, those are easy to understand the MD files compared to the text files, PDFs. MD files are way better that AI can easily understand. It can read the files very fast and it will took very less amount of tokens. If you give the PDF, I mean, same thing I'll create in PDF, it take a lot of tokens to understand to read the file. Now this MD file, it will take very minimum tokens. So whenever you are trying to do with agents or dealing with AI, try to create the MD files. Keep it in mind. Now I have my master prompt. And let's take any API response. Okay, we have some API, right? I want some. I mean, we don't have API projects now. Let's take some practice. Some, yeah, practice. Which websites? Sorry. we have this something called first dot. Okay, I'm just taking some website. Why is this taking a lot? Let me try to real APIs filter that pricing practice start. Their free API. Okay, let's do this one. Request dot a. I'll just creating one more file for okay, upset, text, upset. Let me take like a rename this as a API. I'm doing something. We are creating API automation framework from the beginning. The example for both given website or the request responses. Create all still native expenses. The request response. Scripts structure. They like the create a folder. That file right or logic scripting another file create or so I'm generally telling I have a website. I want to create API automation using, because this website is allowing some free request and response. I'm asking to create it in real time. What we do is we will have our own request response, correct? We will be adding them into the plan folders. Now this is my plan. Okay, now what I do is I'll open the VS Copilot or GitHub Copilot. You will able to see something called as plan mode. Plan mode means we are not creating anything. We are creating a plan for our idea. This is my idea. I want to create a API automation for uh, regress.in for this website, because they are offering some request and responses. I want to create a API automation for it, like a real-time project. I can directly deploy into the GitHub. Okay, so in plan, what I'm telling is, I'll copy this file path. In this plan folder, I have all things to create my API automation. Please check and create the plan. Now this plan mode, what will do? It will go and read the complete files, whatever there in our plan folder, and it will understand our master prompt. In master prompt, we requested to create a enterprises level folder structure that should be readability, future scope, and blah, everything we given my tech stack and everything. And in my plan, what I told is, okay, this is my website, and it was offering some free request and response. Create the positive, negative, and all edge cases for the request and response. And the script should be, I want my script should be in a folder. Create one folder. In that folder, write all logic script, and in another file create all test scripts. So in one file I can see all my scripts. This is my idea to idea of point. And now in master prompt we requested for a healthcare domain, but in the plan we given this website. Both are not healthcare domain. Now I'm just skipping the healthcare. I'm requesting to go with the rest rig.in, and it is asking me master prompt reference structure that was not included. Insert the entire folder structure. Design my own recommended. You provided it. You can paste it. Include folder structure. I'll leave it to the AI. And I told Java 17, so it is taking Java 17 Maven. Now it is clear. First in the prompt we told healthcare, but we given the request dot response. Then I skip the healthcare domain. We are directly creating the API automation framework for this website. So, and it is request me to take the Java, and we have answered all that questions. And the prompt, how it will do is, if it doesn't understand our ask, it will ask some questions for us. If you give the answers, it will get more clarity. Now it's see that the direction is clear. Enterprises Java 17 Maven framework. I mean, direct a real project we are creating for this request dot JSON for public APIs using Java 17. I mean, it's creating the plan. You got the concept, guys. Shiva, Kirtika. Thing is, we are planning, not executing. Now it created a plan for us. See, API automation framework implementation plan. See, build a production grade API automation from the scratch. The framework uses Java 17, Maven, Rest Assured, SNG, extended reports, log.4j. This is what we use generally in real time. Agree? In our existing company projects, this is what we used to do. This is our project structures we used to do. And If you see, the goal is enterprise's quality level structure that is immediately runnable via maven.cleantest. Yeah, Kirti, you are asking something. And my tech stack, clearly it is Java 17, build Maven, API client is rest assured, and test-ng, extended reports, uh, log jars, and I think this is required to logging purpose. I think Jackson 2.1 is required, and Lombok is required because annotations. When annotation comes into picture, we need the Lambda. Test data, I think it has picked automatically because that API data we didn't given the data part here. Okay, the data part it took automatically. If you give the data part like my data should come from a CSV from MongoDB, you give more understanding prompt, then the test data also it will decide. Now I didn't add the test data part in this plan, so it took the Java picker. Okay, and if you see the folder structure, see I have my test.ng XML and config file in SRC. You can see the resource, and under the test I have the complete .com utilities, builders, models, API, config, base, and under the test I have the actions. Is it matching to the real-time project? The project structure, whatever it is created, is it matching to your existing projects? I mean, I'm talking about the skeleton, not about the things inside the like config, models, builders, utilities, listeners, report, logging, track, right? So, and it was telling, okay, everything, and below same thing, it was telling more detail. I'm just going and approving this plan. Yes, I'll go and approve this. Now, what it will do is, it will create the complete thing in single go. Now we are in agent mode. The plan mode is done because we created a plan and it has given the plan, and I'm okay with that plan. And I have given approve. Now it has segregated these many ways. Now it is going to create from the scratch that API project. Here, not about the project, about implementation part. You need to plan before creating something. That planning also we did using AI help. What our tech stack, what my framework should be, what things I need to use, how for each website and which things I need to create. This everything we internally designed everything. When you have a proper plan, you need to document your plan in a way. What is the starting? What you are expecting? For suppose in a real time, we'll be having a lot of APIs, right? For every project, we'll be having a number of APIs. My API project almost we have some 120 to 130 APIs. So if I create one API from the starting first, so I think API 1 is there. I created the request and response. I stored into the plan folder, saying that this is my request. Like what I do is, I'm just giving an idea how we can directly implement that into project. One minute. Hello. No. బాగుందండి. ఇది వర్క్ షాప్లో ఉన్నానండి, అది అయిపోయాక చేయను 5 తర్వాత. నేను మెసేజ్ చేస్తాను. So see, in real case what I can do is I can take, for suppose I have a postman. Let's take I have the postman. See, planning is important. When you are implementing the plan, you need to have everything in a folder so that agent can understand, because that plan folder is my knowledge file. Here also same knowledge. When you feed the knowledge clearly, you can create it. Now something I have this postman echo dot get API. When I click this one, it is giving me this is my request and this is my response. Now what I have, where is this code snippet? Code snippet, share, it, not share. Where is this code snippet? Variables. It's been a long time I was used this one. Code snippet, cookies, save as a mm, code snippet where? I think we can take the curl somewhere, right? Where we can take the curl? Any idea?
After no environments, you have that dot, right? Just now you opened it.
This one, huh? I mean,
Yeah,
we
there
moved
you
for.
have a slash. On the above, you have slash.
Oh, okay, okay, got it, got it, got it. Yeah. Thing is, our project we moved from Postman to Insomnia 1 year back. So now I have the CLI code snippet. Hey, not the code snippet. I think I need curl. Is something it is suggesting for code CLI course. Okay, okay. Here is the curl. Now what I'll tell is, see, I want to create a complete automation framework for this. Okay, let's try to create one more project. Okay, I'll opening one more project. Let me go here, and I'm creating one more folder saying that near 30 30 goes to where project. Let me. This will continue, and let's create the same framework for that postman request. Okay. I'll add one folder. Project. This adding some reference. Now what I'm telling is, now see, leave about the above part. Uh, I want to create the API automation framework from this thing. Take the API request response in the below show API request I have given the, where is our post? This is my curl. Okay, I'm giving my curl, and this is my response. My response. Get all the system. Now here one more thing I'm just adding, it is like handle the test data. I don't want to be hard coded. Okay, see, in real time how we handle the test data, we handle the test data either from Excel or databases or some external sources, correct? Now here what I will tell is uh, test data part handling CSV file. So create a CSV file and use that file for all test data things. Okay, I'm telling use the CSV file to have the test data, and in real time we will be telling, okay, this is my DB, and this is my login ID and password, and these are my test cases, and the test cases test data are available in this. I mean, every in DBs how we fetch based on the unique ID we fetch the data, correct? Into automation frameworks. I think Shiva, Kirti, that's how we do, right? Like how you guys are handling the testing. Shiva, Kirtika. Is it the same way, or else are you guys using Excel for the test data? Yeah.
No, we are not using Excel.
Okay. So real time we will be using some DBs, right? We also do MongoDB. So here instead of the Excel, I'll tell like this is my MongoDB. So in MongoDB particular folder, I have my test cases test data, and my test cases test data we are fetching with the test case name number. With the test case number, you need to fetch the data. Getting? And this is my API, and you will have some list of test cases, right? Test cases. These are all my test cases. Getting? I mean, we can't replicate with the Postman, but I'm giving the same kind of this example only. You need to plan it and segregate in a proper way to creating before itself. Did anyone ask something? You asked something, sure. Okay. So, see, here I'm telling in real time, think that this is our real API. I mean, our project API. In project API, instead of this CSV, I'll be telling my DB things. Like this is in this folder, I have my test cases test data, and get the test data based on the unique ID, and that ID is test case number. Okay, and I'll be these are all my test case numbers, like TC1, TC2, TC3. These all will be my test cases for this API, because for this API I created some test cases, and each test case data I stored in DB, and for the unique ID I keep my test case number as my unique ID. Now in this condition, what it will do in real time, it will go and check the DB, and whatever the test cases you entered, are those available or not. If those are available, based on the test case unique ID, it will fetch the records from the DB. Then it will do what it will do is, you have given your API and request, and the test cases you entered, those are all related to the that particular API. Now it will plan to write the scripts for that API, whatever the test cases you have, whatever the test data you added, and it will integrate everything smoothly. Got the point? How to implement from DB things. As of now, means this is can't be useful from DB. That's why I'm just explaining in a detailed way. Now I have my API automation. Now test data part I'm handling with CSV. I'm directly telling here I'm not creating any plan because already the plan we know. I'm going to tell it copy path. Here I'll directly tell. Here for this one I'm not doing any plan. Go to this folder, understand all files, and start implementation. Start implementation. This is something we are creating direct API project for this API request, whatever we take it from the post. Let us see the dummy project we created in the, it's almost done. It's almost done. Maven and Java aren't available on the mission. Okay, maybe my Maven and Java was not installed. It's getting installed. Let's. If you see, it created a project folder. This is our plan folder. Under the plan folder, we kept the master prompt and our API plan for the rec.requires.this website. Okay, now it created the pro folder structure. Can you see the form.xml, testng XML files, readme file, and if you see the src, it has the main folder, test folder. Under the test folder, it has created the things, API, listeners. Okay, if you know you want a particular folder structure, you can design your own folder structure also. If you don't know your folder structure, take the knowledge of your website domain and give the text tag and create the folder structure. Now I can directly use this project in my project, in my any kind of project you are doing with API. You can directly create the project, this project. You can directly push to GitHub. You can showcase to your team lead, you can showcase to your managers. Nowhere we are did something called as a generic way. We created a framework that ready to use in real project with readability, maintainability, and easy to understand. Wherever the reusability are there, we are using that. And what to, even when a newcomer comes, he can easily understand. And my project have the Java 17, Maven, TestNG, rest assured, extended reports. See, it's created the request. Maybe these are the requests that website may be using. It's created internally. Let's complete this API project. We'll get to know. I hope you got the concept, not creating the framework. I hope you got the concept. Kirti, Sagar, Shiva. Here, everything we are talking about the concepts. Shiva, you. Sagar, I think he said okay. Shiva, you. See, now, till now, this 3 hours, we created a lot of things using ourselves. Did we write a single line of code anywhere? Did we created a manual test cases? Did we created anything in our hand? We wrote anything? No, right? Not at all. Functional part we used AI. For our doubts part we used AI. For prompting part we used AI. For any plan you have, you used AI. and creating the API things also we created from AI. Just with one single prompt, I created a framework. If you don't know how to design the framework, now you will be end up asking a lot of requests. First create the folder, then this is what I am planning, I should want this, I should want this. You will be asking 20 to 30 or 100 times to the AI to create a framework from the scratch. Now what we did with only one prompt, with a clear plan, my expected thing got output in a single attempt. Mostly 90% I can say. 90% I achieved what my expectation is. In my planning, whatever my expectation is there, I got 90% output from the single shot. You getting the concept? Same concept we used: rule, context, output. And during the plan, we need knowledge. This is the plan I did. Before that, I took some plan from AI and it helped me to design the plan. The plan is okay to me. Then we implemented the plan directly. Then it's created the automation plan. Same concept you can use UI. Yes, no guys, please ask, tell something guys. I was talking. See, and after this one, I'll be telling one more concept called MCP. I think already Shiva, Kirtana, they were telling, right? MCP thing. Let's I'll tell some tricks about the MCP. And also Shiva asked to create a PR agent, right? Let's try to create our own PR agent. I mean, you did something changes. Okay, this is my project. This is my project means it has everything what I know because I designed it. So when I designed it means that is my project, correct? Once let it done, I'll show you one more thing. Playwright MCP. Did you guys heard about the Playwright MCP? Playwright MCP. This is the official Playwright MCP that is allowed from Playwright. Nothing. You need to copy this one. Or suppose you are creating a UI project. Yeah, someone asking something. No, bro, you are not audible. Just rejoin or else I can wait for a minute. To drop and rejoin. Kirtana, you have any? Sagar, see, I don't think I'm only covering the automations. Here I'm covering the concepts. When you have a plan, when you have proper set of prompting. So using, mostly companies will give the Microsoft Copilot, GitHub Copilot. As of now, companies are giving those things. So using those things, how can I be 100x performant? I hope everything was connecting right. Whatever things we discussed, that everything we can do from Monday, next Monday onwards. There's nothing practice in it. You need to do yourself some practice, then things are easy. Let him come. Tell this API automation frameworks. This is our 30 API automation. It's still working. Let me check. Maybe my API is. Let Shiva come back.
Meanwhile, you can explain MCP concepts, right?
You want to learn what concepts, right?
We are saying that.
No, you are not audible. Can you clearly? Your voice is not clear, sir.
Now,
Ah,
is my voice audible?
yeah.
You are something saying MCB, right? Some like, can you describe it?
MCP, when Shiva come now, I'll tell that. See,
Okay.
uh, I'll give one trick for you. For suppose in your company, you created one API automation based on your domain. Okay, how we created the frameworks? We need to gather our project knowledge, okay, and our tech stack, and we created a master prompt. And using the plan, you created a project for, I mean, an automation project for your project. Either it is a API or UI. Okay, A is created. You don't know automation parts. Okay. Now what I suggest is, see, think that this is our automation. This is my project. I don't know anything about it. I mean, it has some automation project. I don't know anything. See, instead of learning all things from the scratch, from YouTube or anything, why can't I learn the topics whatever I implemented in my API? I mean, in my project. You're getting right. I'm a manual tester. I want to learn all topics and concepts that we used in our project. Uh, Give me the things like you are my teacher. Um, so when you ask this type of question, now this request, what it will do is, it will check my complete project. Okay, and it will give me the things what you can practice learn. So when you learn this kind of thing, you know the automation concepts, you can write your things, and you are not a manual tester after this. When you know these concepts and you are able to write a code, you are not a manual tester. You can yourself call it as a automation tester. So instead of going to YouTube, Udemy, and anything learning from the scratch, it's not required. See, our project, our domain, our automation will be our base skills, and those skills only our tech skills, our domain skills. When you learn these all topics, can't you able to write a single line of code in API automation yourself, Sagar?
Got it.
Got it, right? See, these are the basic things. Now you have a complete idea what to learn. No need to go anyone. No need to ask anyone. You avoid your confusion. You got a full clarity what exactly you have to learn for your automation. Take some time, like 30 to 60 days. Take your time. Try to learn that concept. Boom, ready. I'm not telling try to learn whatever this here is. Try to create your own project based on your tech stack and domain. Try to create your own company laptop itself. Then take the input, what things I need to learn. Then plan for it. Then after knowing the concepts and topics, try to create one API request yourself. You created one project, right? Try to create your own code. Try to implement, because you already have the skeleton. You already have an API scripts are ready in automation, right? So try to create another request. Try to add another automation script. Once you get familiar, go boom, because going forward, companies expect to write a code with using AI help. I think mostly your doubts got clarified, right here. When coming to UI project, same concept. See, you need to take a master prompt. You need to decide your tech stack. You need to decide your what to say, domain knowledge. And if you want to create with Playwright MCB, try to use this repo in your project. Okay, or suppose this is my API project, right? For suppose what you created a API project and plan, just a plan I'm telling, UI project plan. So plan plan is like I want to create a UI automation framework. So you already created your text stack. That master prompt you already created. I want to create a UI automation framework using Playwright MCB, using Playwright. Okay, you have the text stack with Playwright, and I have the Playwright. I have the Playwright. I have the Playwright MCB. Use this MCB, and for suppose I want to create the automation scripts for same that LM Studio. Okay, this is my LM Studio. Website is this, and same thing. If you want the test data, decide the test data, flow. Which flow it is, and this data flow, what we can create. Test cases calling pattern. Now what it will do is, internally GitHub Copilot will connect with Playwright MCP. Okay, this is the MCP. It has the enability that agent will go to this URL. Okay, and my context is here, write the automation scripts for login page. Think that login page. Okay, it will land to the URL, whatever the URL is, and this Playwright it will read everything in the that page. This Playwright MCB it has the capabilities that agent can read using this MCB. It can land it to this website, and it will read all components in the login page. Then once it understands the locators and everything, based on your condition and the scenarios, it will create the UI automation scripts. Same concept, same plan, prompt. You need to design like this way. If you are planning for Playwright, Selenium, we don't have that concept. That I mean, no one created Selenium MCB. Still, I don't know. An MCB got created, but this is not created by Selenium company. If you see the Playwright is created with Microsoft, but Selenium no one created it. So Selenium, I think, I don't know we should use it or not, this MCB, but Playwright you can try. Give a try and create the project. So now, can I call Kritika after this session, after this so many things we discussed? Can I call you as a AI native tester? Not a AI tester, AI native tester. AI native tester means who can use AI, and I mean who can use the AI to leverage in all aspects. We talked about the token usage, we talked about the prompt engineering, we talked about how we can get more accurate outputs from the AI. The functional thing we checked, the manual we checked, and automations we talked a lot.
Yeah. I can.
Huh? So
Yeah, I can
we call you as
contact.
a AI tester, no? If you practice these things for next 1 hour, your personal, either in project itself, if you try these concepts, can't we include in my resume? Can I call myself as a AI tester?
Yes, we can.
Concepts. I'm not talking about the implementation. Implementations will vary based on the person to person.
Yeah.
How we can plan, how I can use, and what things I can leverage. This is what, see, creating agents, that is next level kind of thing. Now, even I'm in a confusion. Agents, how to create agents? Creating agent means what? See, for suppose if your Jira is supporting MCB, okay. If your Jira is supporting MCB, same playwright MCB, we have the Jira MCB, okay. Jira MCB. You can use the Jira MCB. This is the Jira MCB. Okay, it was created directly from the company parent company. Using this playwright MCB, by the same flow, you can fetch the user story. You can create the test cases. You can directly upload them into the Jira. Getting Kirtika, Sagar. What previously we
Yeah.
did, we created test cases in the Copilot chart model. But chart model has only the things what I give. Means I'm uploading the user story, reference documents, and everything. But I don't want to do that. If I want to become a AI native tester, what I'll tell is I'll create a project for myself. I have the Zero MCB or whatever tool you are using. If they have the MCB, connect that MCB. Tell that, see, this is my Zero MCB. Okay, this is my Zero MCB. For suppose, just an example I'm telling. Okay, I mean, I'll give one example. Let me take. This is my Zero MCB. This is my Zero MCB, and this is my story number, user story number, US. For suppose think that US 123. Huh? Now go and get the information about my user story US 123. Understand everything about my user story, and if there is feature tagged, I mean if BRD is there, and also check the parent feature file and get all information, check all information. If you, here I'm just giving one more row. If you didn't understand the user story and feature, ask me questions. I'll answer you. And also ask me like do you want give more additional information? So after your analysis, create the Jira test cases in Jira format. Format is like PC ID. I'm just giving a random here. PC description. Cover all happy, negative edge cases. also Alcor. And create the test cases directly in Jira board using Jira MCB under the user story. You got the point what I'm trying here. Now we are not creating the test cases manually. You are using a MCB server and telling that this is my user story and get all information about the user story and understand everything about my user story, and also check the parent feature, either BRD or anything, check the information. If you didn't understand the user story feature, ask me the questions, and also ask me, do you give more information? Means AI will ask us like, do you need to add additional information? If you want to add additional information, add the information. After your analysis, create the test cases in Jira test case format, test case ID, cover all happy negative test cases, and create the test cases directly in Jira using the Jira MCB under the user story. You're getting the concept. Try this concept in next sprint. Your test cases you can see in Jira board directly under the user story. Getting concept. If your website tool is support the MCB, you can directly create same way, same concept, same way, the plan, role, context, output, same way. Get your master prompt. This is whatever we talk, this is our plan. Plan will go here and get your master prompt. Boom, ready. Can you use that same pattern every sprint or every story? If you create a project for yourself for that same pattern, if you give a user story, the day agent will go and get the information and it will take and it will go create the test cases. Can't we create a framework for it? Test case generator framework that everyone can use it, right? In your company, other Kiwi folks also can use it. Same way, you can create the defects using Jira MCP. You can update the test cases, create the user stories, create a common project, push to the GitHub. That will reduce a lot of time. Now you have a project using GitHub Copilot something. You can create the test cases and direct it to the Jira. Based on your requirement that Jira MCB supports. Getting the concept? See, likewise, people's now using these MCB things. See, we have a lot of MCBs, if you are using any NI10 MCB, NI10 MCBs, okay, line graph MCBs, and Shiva said Q test, right? If there, let's see, Q test MCB is there. Q test MCB. See, they also have a Q test MCB. Getting, if your website, whatever the tool you are using that supports MCB, you can using GitHub Copilot directly create test cases, defects, updating, deleting, modifying, editing. Anything is possible using MCB. Got the concept, Kirti, Sagar. Same way, that Playwright also same. When you are using UI automation framework, use the Playwright MCB. You give the URL, give the login ID password, and tell clearly on which page. For suppose this is my Gmail. I log in with Gemini app. So this is my Gemini app. Check the login to the Gmail. Go to the Gemini and so check the new chart is working or not. That is my automation script. When you clearly tell to AI with the login ID password, it will go and create the scripts on behalf using the Playwright MCB. The only thing is Selenium MCB. I'm not sure, that is not uh, trust. I mean, authorized one. Someone what created that Selenium MCB. So I'm not sure that we can use this. I mean, we can see some Angel Jones. Someone has used this MCB. I'm not pretty much sure we can use it or not. That's up to you guys to use. So overall, this is the thing I want to share with you. Now I'll call you three of you as AI native testers, not like completely AI testers. AI testers means we need to create agents also. But now you guys know leveraging everything. And let's talk about agents in repos. Shiva, your concept. For suppose this is my project, okay? I want to create a PR agent. What I'll tell is understand. I'll create a prompt for it. What I'll do is I'll go here. I'll go here and I'll tell you understand my API automation framework in all aspects, and I want to create a peer review agent agent.md file in my automation. For this, give me a master prompt. Shiva, for your ask, I'm creating a PR agent, review agent. Okay, for our automation, whatever frameworks we created, na, I'm going to create a PR review agent.md. So this is my prompt, and I'll take it and I'll go to my API automation. I'm asking to Copilot or anything. I'm telling to create. Now it will go and check my complete project, and it will create a peer review agent for me. Message is cut off before you. Oh, okay. Something not go. Okay. Let me stop it. Says the okay, let me delete this thing. Old structure is different. No? This is I have given the prompt, and it is reading my complete project. This thing, Shiva, I think you can directly go and create the agents next week. Just do the same way. Give your idea, and based on that idea, create a agent, whatever agent you want. Okay. Now here it will create something called config or agents file. Hello. Call on yes. It's taking a bit time. Logging. Oh, maybe this is already reviewing my changes. I think back in that prompt is reviewing the changes. Whatever things we did now, it is already reviewing them and suggesting some changes. Let me copy this one. Let me stop it. I think it is doing a lot of things, reviewing and everything. And I cut it. So basically, this is the way to create agent. Shiva, if you want, I can give this prompt for you, just for your understanding. So it will create the prompt. Maybe it taking some time. After this, it will create a MD file in your folder. So you need to call it like this way. For suppose, add the hash. Like how you need to call your API is. So you need to call like this way. See, you need to call. You will be calling your model like this. The agent. It will comes under the agent. Like slash, either slash or at the rate. You need to at the rate or slash. Like this way, you need to call it your agent in VS Copilot or GitHub Code. It's reviewing the thing. So that's the thing, guys. If you have any other thing to see, I can spend 10 more minutes to explain it. And thing is, I am able to record this one. That is a good one. I'm not sure either I can share